What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another week of Hero or Zero here on the Heroes for Hire podcast. My name is Sean Meehan, and joining me as always is the source of all hope in the world, Mr. Ciara Lawler.
Big S on my chest. I believe in everything.
On my planet, it means S.
On my planet, it means legend.
It means fucking unreal, boy.
So this is Hero Zero. This is the show where we choose one comic book character every single week. We talk their good points and their bad points. So we just give you a bit of a rundown of everything to do with that character. Now, I normally choose DC characters and Sean normally chooses Marvel characters. So he's a bit on edge this week because Superman came out and I would say he's rocked. I think because you hate DC is what you said to me.
I said I would rather die than admit that a DC project is good. That is true.
Well, that's obviously a very healthy way to live.
Yeah. And look, Superman, real good, folks.
You said, I thought it'd be shit. It was above shit. I was like, fuck, that's real good.
No, it changed who I think, like what I think about myself. Changed that. It's that
Made me want to be a better person. I hate that about it.
And so I was thinking, Superman, right? DC, big movie release.
I did Supergirl last week, so pretty big.
What's the next big Marvel release, Connor?
Blade? Is it Blade?
It's never Blade. I'm going to tell you right now, it's never Blade.
Is the answer to that question ever Blade?
No, I'm afraid not. I had a Blade anecdote, but we'll leave that. So
what's the Blade anecdote? Who has Blade anecdotes?
I saw a headline, which was Kevin Feige gave an interview talking about Blade and being like, we didn't want to just put a man in leather and have him kill vampires. And I'm like, that's the movie. That's what I want it to be.
Everyone, I'm going to say this, on our Blue Sky, we were tagged in that post about 25 times, right? Every single person tagged us and was like, hey guys, you seeing this bullshit, what the fuck is going on? And eventually, the best response I had was I responded and said, it's a marvel, it's amazing to see the human ability to pull like victory or loss from the jaws of victory, right? Yeah. And then somebody else responded, which was a much better response. Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill. God damn, that's what they're doing this whole time. And I can't remember your name, but that is the best response to that post, because obviously that's terrible.
That's hilarious.
But if this is your first episode, you don't have to do anything, just chill out. But if it's your second or above, we'd really appreciate 5 stars, a like, a follow, a share. The 5 stars are still going up, lads. We're going for 200 5-star reviews on Spotify before the winter solstice,
which is December 21st in the Northern Hemisphere, I believe.
Yes. Now, look, the thing is, you're saying, why the winter solstice? We say, we don't know. It was a joke that got out of hand.
And it's been running for, upwards of 11 months at this point.
Since the last winter solstice.
Yeah. Which, now we're planning our calendar around the winter solstice, which I appreciate personally.
I feel like, we've gone back in time. Like, we've actually gone back to the original way. This is Dude Bro. It's a Dude Bro podcast, but, like, Dude Bro is from, like, the 1 BC.
Yeah, and we're going to eat, like, raw liver and pig shit, you know?
No, I think that's actually modern.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, the liver... Yeah, that guy. No steroids, wild.
If you just do a bunch of steroids and then eat a raw cow, like, you're jacked.
You have a load of energy, I tell you.
So, Sean, it's time for your report. I don't know who you're doing, but as we said, big shoes to fill. You mentioned the movie coming up. I do know there's a little... Say that again. Fantastic movie coming out soon.
There's a fantastic movie coming out soon. Fantastic for first steps. One of those characters is the Human Torch, as you're aware. Now, I thought, how could I be counterculture to this whole thing? What's the opposite of the Human Torch? And we're talking about Iceman from the X-Men.
Oh yes, that will get the clicks.
Hey, look, we got the Supergirl clicks. You're fine, okay?
Yeah, me on topic, on brand. You're just like, what's the most random character we could do?
Connor, you're talking to the man who covered Cher for Christmas.
That is true. You are an idiot.
No, I'm a marketing genius.
Multiple people, once again, on Blue Sky, we're very active on Blue Sky, so if you don't follow us there, you can head on over. Is multiple people messaged us and were like, hey, have you done a Hero Zero on Iceman? He's my favourite character. And he's a really cool character. It's just funny you did him the week of Fantastic Four.
I'm doing a bit, guys.
It's always a bit.
It's always a bit. Live for the bit. So, created in 1963, Robert Bobby Lewis Drake was born in Floral Park in Hempstead, New York, to William Robert Drake and Madeline Beatrice Bass Drake. So, don't need to know his parents that much, to be honest with you. All you need to know,
I was just going to bring up Madeline. Was it Madeline?
Madeline Beatrice Bass Drake.
That's a villain name. That's a oh, she's the badass in a movie that you can't really beat up name.
True. No, she's just a person. You know?
It's kind of ruined
it. Bobby was Jewish on his mother's side and Irish Catholic on his father's.
Boys.
On the lads.
We get everywhere, lads.
You can't stop us. Bobby first discovered his mutant abilities at a young age when he found himself unable to stop feeling cold and shivering all of the time.
Sean, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Was he a cool child?
No, he was severely bullied, Connor.
Nearly died from pneumonia.
Yeah, a school bully named, this is the most 1960s bully name of all time.
Okay.
Rocky Beasley.
Oh, he's giving knuckle sandwiches left, right and centre, so he is.
Rocky convinced his gang to attack Bobby and Judy Harmon, his girlfriend at the time.
Judy Harmon's a real 60s girlfriend name too.
It is. That's real Archie Comics type shit. So Bobby panicked and his powers activated, encasing Rocky in ice, saving Judy but revealing his abilities to his peers.
Oh no.
Believing Bobby to be a dangerous mutant, the people of his town, Fort Washington, organised a lynch mob.
Fuck it. How old is he?
He's like 12, 13 at this point.
Get him!
Yeah. The mob broke into Bobby's family home and overpowered them.
Well, I assume so. Unless his dad is jacked.
It's 200 against 3 at that point.
Does his dad know Kung Fu? Because even then, odds are stacked.
No, but he's a dad in the 60s, so he has a good right hook.
Yeah, he's gonna get at least 2 of them before he goes down.
The local sheriff noticed that things were getting, quote-unquote, out of hand, and
he was probably in the mob.
Took Bobby into custody for his own protection. The story then made its way to Professor Charles Xavier, the founder of the X-Men.
And he then joined the mob and was like, get the fucking freak.
He turned up with a pitchfork and a bat with a nail in it.
I'm sick of these ice freaks.
What he actually did was he sent Scott Summers, aka Cyclops, to recruit Bobby. After Bobby turned him down, Bobby and Cyclops got into a brief scuffle, and then the mob reformed and caught up with them.
Reformed? So were they all just outside on a cigarette break, and then they seen the lasers, and they were like, what the fuck is that? Get the pitchfork. John, get into my car, get my fucking pitchfork back out.
He had just hung it up. Ah, fuck. It's on such a high shelf.
You literally get home from your little mob, you hang up your coat, you look outside and there's more fight. You go, honestly, Susan, I'm not here for dinner. But oh my God.
You're relighting the torch and shit. So the mob caught up with them. They then started stringing Scott and Bobby up to be hanged.
Oh my fucking God. Obviously, there are some X-Men very into imagery to reflect other things that perhaps were happening at the time.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Big time. So what happened? So then Professor X used his telepathic abilities to erase the memories of everyone in the town. Yeah. Grateful for saving his life and yearning to be like Scott, Bobby enrolled in Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters and became the second member of the X-Men. So it goes Cyclops and then Bobby. That's it.
So how old is Cyclops in this story?
Cyclops is like 1920.
Okay, cool.
Like he's been through. We talked about him years ago. But it's like the plane crash and all that kind of stuff.
And also, that's a great example of Professor X being broken as a character because, like, why is there villains? He could just wipe everyone's brain.
Nah, but he doesn't because he's busy.
he's always doing a Sudoku.
So at the school, the X-Men were tutored by Professor X and trained in the use of their powers in the Danger Room. As by his new codename Iceman, Bobby learned to control his abilities and use his abilities to protect a world that feared and hated him, alongside Cyclops, Angel, Beast, and Marvel Girl. So the original lineup of the X-Men. Bobby quickly befriended Beast. However, he remained self-conscious about being the youngest member of the group. But what he didn't realise is that his light-hearted approach to life and disaster eased the tension among his teammates. So he's like the young kid who's just like, hey, it's just cool to be here.
Cowabunga my dudes.
Cowabunga my dudes. Like, you're 13, 14.
Yeah.
You're immortal at that point.
Yeah, well, I still think you have that kind of energy.
Yeah, look. Connor, I may be 29, but in my heart...
I'm never going to die.
I'm never going to live forever, baby. And Transformers is the coolest thing.
How many times have you nearly died?
Oh, 3 on record.
It's so funny that you have to think about it.
Because there's some that are like, no, I wasn't in danger, but I did get hurt.
There's some that I was like, I could have just been maimed.
Could have just had a life-changing thing happen. Yeah. So at this point, Bobby's rudimentary control of his abilities caused his appearance to be more snowman-like, rather than the transparent ice version of his later years.
Do you think that's just is that like a writer just like going too far?
Look, it was way easier to draw a snowman than it was
Makes
to
sense.
draw a man made of crystalline ice in the 60s.
And they'd used up all those pages on Emma Frost. Like, we're out of them.
We can't. His wrist, it's broken. In time, however, Bobby learned to cover himself in ice instead of his original snowman appearance. Now, most of Bobby Drake's history is very, very straightforward until quite a recent event in which they introduced time travel.
Oh, great.
So,
fantastic.
What's going to happen in this report is there's going to be a bit of a time loop going on. So,
every time you bring up an X-Men report, this happens.
Yeah.
And you know what happens.
I'm sorry, I don't make the rules.
And I'll be honest with you, you got in trouble the last time.
I did.
You did.
And I learned nothing.
Every time you bring up Psylocke, do you remember Psylocke? I had to sit there for 45 minutes while you went into multiple different people.
There's very little time travel in Psylocke. Not
True,
zero, but there's little.
They were swapping brains.
Yeah. Well, they were swapping bodies, technically.
Brain swap is body swap.
It depends on the perspective. So, for this bit of the report, we're still talking about young teenager Bobby Drake, okay?
Okay.
So, a version of Beast from the future travelled back in time to inform the original team of X-Men that the future was in a bad state. And that only the original X-Men could help fix it. Because what has happened is that Cyclops has killed Charles Xavier in this future.
Right, okay.
Now, this isn't a parallel future. This is the actual future.
It's Days of Future Past.
Yes, for all intents and purposes, yes.
I'm breaking it down for have you seen Days of Future Past? That.
Yes, someone has to, because it's...
Okay, good.
So, Cyclops had killed Charles Xavier, and Jean Grey was now dead. Bobby was disturbed to discover that his future self had become, quote-unquote, lame.
He's really into NFTs.
He's got all these apes, you know?
He keeps trying to do startups, like getting people to invest, pyramid schemes.
So, after the original X-Men team confronted the future Cyclops, the team, under Jean's leadership, so Marvel Girl, in the original X-Men roster,
okay,
decided that they would stay in the future until the problems in this time were resolved. And then they would return to their own future.
Okay, so this is the problem with time travel, though, because you could just as easily make the argument that once they've solved that problem, they would then go back to the original time and then make different actions because they now know the future.
Exactly. However, that doesn't happen. This time it doesn't happen. Don't worry about it.
They weighed up the options. They said no.
So, what happened? There's a series of stories. It's young X-Men and older X-Men fighting against each other. Very good comic book covers, I think you'll agree.
Yeah, I agree.
But before, and eventually they solve the little war that's going on between the mutants.
Just a little war.
But you're about to see why, a big part of why this particular plotline was introduced. And it's a good result, but it's the weirdest way to get there I've ever seen.
I have, from all these reports, I've learned that X-Men writers like to go around the houses, is what I would say. They're like, we have an end goal. Z is our end goal. We're at A. But we could easily do a straight line as the crow flies. But where's the fun in that?
Why would we, folks? When we can do 12 issues of nothing.
What if we just make stuff up? And they do a thing of like, I'll do an issue, but I don't tell you what I'm going to do. And then you do the issue afterwards, and and then you don't tell me, and we'll just...
we'll never talk. We'll never talk. And
we'll
it'll be a good
issue
story.
11, then we'll figure it out.
So not long before the young X-Men left Cyclops' side and went back to the past, the young Jean Grey privately confronted Bobby, who is a teenager at this point.
Okay.
So this is the original Bobby. We're doing Bobby timeline on this. So this is just Bobby.
So this is 60s Jean Grey talking to 60s Bobby, but it's in like 2040.
It's in like 2022, I think this happened. Like, it's recent enough. So, Professor X in the future is dead. Killed by Cyclops. Dead as shit. Okay? So, because Professor X is dead in the future that they're in, the psychic blocks that Professor X put on Jean Grey are no longer there.
Right.
So, she has full control of her psychic powers and could now read and control minds.
Okay, so now she's like God?
She's she's a very powerful telepath.
She's the most powerful version of herself other than Phoenix Force, Jean Grey.
Yes. Yeah. So now Jean, with this knowledge, told Bobby that she read his mind. 60s Bobby told Bobby that she read his mind and knew that he was actually gay deep down.
How did he not know?
He initially refuted her claims angrily.
So I suppose, right, there's two ways you go. Either the one of he refutes angrily because he secretly knew all along and he just was hiding it, or she has just straight up said, man, I actually know that you're gay, and he's like, I had no idea what you're talking about.
So he doesn't understand, because also he's like 14 or 15 at the time.
Maybe give him time to figure it out himself.
Give him time to figure it out. He's really like unnerved by the invasion of privacy. First of all,
I would say she outed him is one of the worst things you can do.
It's really horrendous how it was handled.
And the writers were like, Jean Grey's a hero.
Isn't she so brave?
Did she say it in front of everybody else?
No, she doesn't. It's like one-on-one at the very least. But Bobby then wonders why his adult self, the Iceman in the future that he's been transported to, wasn't also gay.
Yeah.
And this is a direct quote from the Marvel Wiki. This is not me making it up. This is the worst wording I've ever seen. After Jean's persistence, young Bobby agreed to being gay.
I think this is grooming. I think that's called.
It's a very weird moment of self-actualization where it's forced upon someone.
You have a 22-year-old telling a 14-year-old that they're gay until they agree to be gay.
Yeah, and he does later. So Bobby talks to the adult Iceman, who got mad at Gene for telling his younger self that he was gay.
Okay, makes sense.
But after a moment, he too admitted to be gay.
Was he just finding out as well?
So he said that he hadn't come out before because he thought it would only complicate his life.
Right, okay.
He didn't want that on top of also being a mutant.
Because there's other ways you could look at it, that Jean Grey is such a powerful psychic that she, like, if they weren't gay, she planted something to make them gay, to just go along with her psychic readings, even if they were wrong.
And, like, for, I suppose, posterity, Iceman is gay, like he's gay in the comic.
What a
he has had relationships with women in the past, but I think there's an easier way of saying, like, you can just...
So what happens is, the comic book writers in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, they make them straight because everybody's straight, because
it's the default. No,
right? It's just the default, right? And then someone comes along and is like, I'd like Bobby to be gay, but he had all those female partners. Now, instead of just making him bi, you could... No.
No.
We need a story where Jean Grey outs him to himself.
No, where Jean Grey, from the past,
bullies him into being gay.
Bullies young Bobby, invades young Bobby's mind.
Yeah.
Reveals that she knows, and then that's brought to Iceman, and then it's this whole thing that has to be unravelled.
Yeah, that is... I wouldn't say it's a delicate way to handle that topic.
No. And then it also... Because what happens then is young Bobby goes back to the past. And then in canon, all the rest of the stories happen. Where he has relationships with Rogue and Mystique and Kitty Pryde.
Which seems sadder now, because...
Yeah.
So then he's really trying to either cover it up, or, I mean, they could say... They still haven't said he's bisexual.
No.
Like, he has no interest in women.
And I think, and this I might be way out of line here, I think there was rumours of Iceman being bisexual in comics for a very long time.
Right.
But it was never confirmed, kind of a thing. Like Gambit being bisexual. It's like a...
Yeah, but Gambit just fucks everything. That's
Gambit
different.
will fuck anything that moves.
Gambit will fuck a wardrobe. Doesn't matter.
So... all of the rest of Iceman's stories happen. I'm not going to cover all of those because this report is long as it is, and we still have 6 pages of powers to get to.
Fantastic.
So, after the schism... So then, this is the point. So, young Bobby travelled to the future. Went back to the past. All the rest of Iceman's stories happen. We're now picking up in the future with big grown-up Iceman.
But he has known he's gay for 60 years.
Yes and no.
Great. Fantastic. Please.
So, he is recruited by Logan to teach at the Jean Grey School of Higher Learning. He does this. Kitty Pryde is the headmaster. It's all a good time. Eventually, Bobby attempts to enter the dating scene by setting up an online profile. This was partially in reaction to seeing his younger self happier being out and gay.
Right.
Which, timeline-wise, I have no fucking clue how that lines up.
I'm just trying to figure out that logic. But I thought he hit it all.
Like, I feel we have to say, we have no problem with Iceman being gay. I think that's a fantastic thing to happen. I just think the method they went about it.
It's just really funny to do that way.
Yeah. It's really funny to have him out, a past version of him outed by a past version of Jean Grey.
By somebody else. He doesn't even get the paddle where he's just like, here lads, it's something that I've been thinking about a lot, but I actually think that I might be gay or bisexual, and like come out to his friends and they love him and accept him, and they're like, yeah, who cares, come on. Yeah. He doesn't get that paddle.
The Kitty Pryde eventually found out about this from another member of the X-Men, and she was upset that like Bobby hadn't told her.
Of course. And he's like, well, I didn't know. Jean Grey told me.
I didn't know for fucking 60 years there. But also, I'm still 32. I mean,
really, Jean should have told you. She told me.
He decided to be more upfront and came out to several of his friends and former teammates over a text message.
Oh, the worst way to do it. Good.
Look, it works for some people. Whatever.
Yeah, look, if you're into that.
When attempting to come out to his parents over dinner, they were interrupted by a bunch of anti-mutant activists.
Great.
However, his parents, after this fight, eventually came to Xavier's mansion. Xavier's back alive, don't worry about it. And Bobby came out to his parents there. And while it was rough at first, they accepted him.
And was Jean Grey there with him as like a representative, or he did it himself?
16 past versions of Jean Grey all pointed at him and said gay.
Yeah, she wrote Bobby is gay with like a Z on the wall.
And he's like, yeah, no, actually, that's
to be fair to Jean, the 16-year-old Jean, that's actually pretty good.
That's a really efficient way of telling that information, actually.
I thought she'd tell you. I didn't want to tell you myself. She told everyone.
So, in terms of powers and abilities, and this is fucking insane, because Iceman is an Omega level mutant. Which means that,
I did not know that. I just thought he creates ice.
No, so the upper limits of his power have not and cannot be calculated.
Great.
So he can lower both his internal and external body temperature, and then he can also coat himself, he can turn himself into physical ice that still can move and think and is sentient.
Right.
He has infrared vision, so he can, when he's in his ice form, he can just see, he can see sources of heat. So he has predator vision.
I suppose the question is, how does he have infrared vision? But I mean, it's comic books and it's the X-Men. Like,
it's like he's cold. He is pure cold, and he knows where hot is.
Okay, at some stage they came up with that. That's as good as answer as anything.
Yes, he can also fully control, generate, and manipulate negative temperatures. The reason that's significant is because there's a temperature called minus 273 degrees Kelvin. And that is the point at which atoms stop moving.
Right.
He can control the individual temperature of atoms.
Oh, so he's God.
He's basically God. He can, like, Sunspot, who we saw in X-Men 97, who can, like, turn his whole body into solar energy.
Yeah.
Iceman has stopped that from happening because he's stopped his atoms from moving in the right way.
So he can't generate more atoms, but he can stop the atoms that are there.
Stop the atoms that are there.
So technically, can he stop time?
No, because it's like localized within him.
Okay.
And time isn't atoms. But I get what you mean.
But he could. I mean, as in he could stop. Like everyone around him can freeze, and he can just go about his day.
100%. He can.
So the time is still going, but
if someone is about to die, he can just put them in like a stasis until they figure out how to fix them.
Great. Cool.
Yeah. He can generate, manipulate, and fully control ice, snow, and cold temperatures. He was able to make ice strong enough to contain the Hulk.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
He can generate rising columns of ice beneath his feet so that he can kind of fly or at least move at great speeds. He can create an organic ice form, cover his whole body. He can also create organic ice clones, so he can clone himself.
Holy shit.
And just
so he could
work it.
Freeze everyone in a battle and then clone himself 1,000 times and then kick the shit out of everyone and then unfreeze everyone.
Yeah. Also, when he's in his ice form, he was once beheaded. And because there's moisture in the air, he reformed the whole body.
He can regenerate.
He might be immortal, we just don't know.
Fucking hell. Maybe Jean did that because she was threatened.
Maybe. And just wanted to, like, throw his self-confidence maybe
she's like, he's Omega level. He's the only one that can put it up to me. I'm going to fuck with him.
Anyone who is hit with his ice, he has cryotelekinesis, so he can control, manipulate, and move objects or persons after hitting them with his ice.
Like mind control?
Like mind control. The very same.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
He also has water manipulation, as water is just another form of ice. So he can turn his whole body into water or water vapour.
Well, if he's using water vapour to regenerate, I mean, like, yeah, water's just like too many steps below that. That's easy. It's super simple.
He is also a certified public accountant, a skilled ice skater, and can speak Spanish fluently.
I mean, he's a catch.
So, and then in terms of weaknesses, so he goes in various phases in terms of power and who's writing him. Sometimes he is the ice form all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like he's basically God. Sometimes he turns into it and likes to change back into a human. But Iceman's ability to perform is directly related to his daily physical health and current mental state. Under normal conditions, he can form ice continually for about 5 hours before becoming mentally exhausted. He seems to generally lack the creativity and imagination to use his powers to his full potential, though it's speculated that the real reason is that he has fear of losing control of his powers, because he froze that bully in his first outing.
Yeah, okay.
He's I don't want to do that again.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's good thematically to do that.
Yeah, it's like a mental break. There's a really cool thing in House of M when Scarlet Witch depowers a bunch of mutants. Bobby isn't depowered, but he convinces himself that he is, and so he can't use his powers.
That's not bad. That's all psychological.
Good. It's all psychological. Like, he's a really interesting character. We really focus on the Iceman is gay thing in this, but there's a bunch of stories where Bobby Drake is like really conflicted about who he's meant to be, and it's super interesting.
No, I think also he's a nice man. Yeah. In general, just
generally nice. Like, and he's always consistently generally on the right side.
Right, okay. Because the X-Men, I mean, they have to have drama. They all have to start arguing amongst themselves.
This is it, but Iceman is like this constant. He was the second one to join, and he's still.
And also, he's part of the coolest moment in all X-Men like cinema history, when he freezes Wolverine's beer.
It's pretty good. I want more of that in comic book
of all those movies, of all the scenes, that's the one scene you're like, yeah, that's exactly what you would do. Yeah. He had powers.
And I like how Wolverine just knows he can do that for him.
Yeah, he just hands it to him. I'm like, yeah, cool, this is the way to do this.
Also really like him in Days of Future Past when he has the beard. I think that's a good look for him.
Cool. So good.
Guy. So that's the report on Bobby Drake Iceman, Connor.
I very much like Bobby Drake. I think he's a great character. So I was looking forward to this report. I didn't know it was going to be today, but I was looking forward to it. We probably should have gotten more into the stories, but that's just really funny that they did the back and like time travel to get to.
Yeah,
it's just it's when you delve into it, it becomes funnier.
This is the thing, and it's like it's the most not significant, but it's like one of the biggest things to happen to the character in the last couple of decades. And it takes a long time to explain that.
You're saying they did it clunkily. I'm shocked.
I'm just saying he could have said he was gay one day, and that's fine.
Like in the 80s. It's grand.
Yeah, you know.
So, Sean, I very much love any X-Men reports, but then I also hate them. So that is...
Got to space them out, you know.
Yeah, got to space them out. Mentally, I can't take it. So if you like what you heard, we've done hundreds of other characters, covering all DC Marvel characters. So if you do have a favourite character, we probably have done them, but if we haven't done them, I'm not going to say that cockily, we probably haven't done hundreds of them. If we haven't done your favourite character, message us on Instagram, on Blue Sky, and just say it to us. We'll add it to the list, and we'll try to work our way through them, because there's loads of characters that are super interesting that we still haven't got to yet.
Also, if people can send us teams, like semi-unknown teams in comics, those are always really fun to look through.
Go one by one, or do like a double. By one.
We talked about some of the Wrecking Crew a little while ago, and like little shitty teams like that I really enjoy.
Yeah, or your favourite worst character. That's always fun.
If we haven't covered them already, we would love to.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a penchant for characters with weird shaped heads, by the way.
Don't ask. Yeah, he does. But yeah, Sean, that's about it. If you want to support the show, you just got to tell one human being that we exist.
Just one, please.
So I've been Conor Lawler.
I've been Sean Main.
And we shall see you all next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.